Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, this is a series of my weight loss journey / health. If you haven't seen one of my latest videos, I have a big announcement. I'm pregnant, so it's not gonna stop my journey. In fact, it's gonna make it a lot better because I just want this baby to be healthy and I want to be healthy for this baby. So the only thing that's gonna be different is we're not doing any weigh-ins until after baby is born, because the weight's just gonna go up and down, so there's really no point. At least I don't think there's a point to do it. The weight will fluctuate and all of that, so just kind of give you guys updates on how the baby's doing, how I'm feeling, and whatever I want to talk about, I guess. Today is something that needs to be talked about. I feel like this is a big thing that you should do in your life, especially if you have goals and you want to do it to succeed. And simple goals could just be, you know, anything. For me, it's, you know, getting healthy, and I feel like a lot of that has to start with your mind, really. I feel like that's almost anything, really. If you are in a toxic relationship or toxic environment, or you just surround yourself with negative people and you just feel down all the time and frustrated, or you just feel like you can't, most likely you won't. And that's what I realized. There's no way I can be happy if I continue to, you know, put myself in situations that aren't healthy, surround myself with bad people and with, you know, bad intentions, and they don't, you know, do good in your life. And it's hard because a lot of the times some of the relationships are supposed to be people that are supposed to be family, and sometimes it's just healthier to keep a distance for yourself, or completely walk away. And that's exactly what I had to do. Obviously that's not what this is about. I'm not going to talk about what happened, but what I've realized, because of the things that I've gone through personally in my life, just was a huge setback for me, because I constantly felt down on myself. The things that were always said about me or to me, I started to believe. I questioned myself, my life, basically. I believed everything that was being said and done to me, and that I deserved it. Looking back now, how ridiculous that was. But after so many years and so many people, you know, that you think these are, you know, your family or whatever, doing that to you, yeah, it's not good. It gets a hold of you. You start to believe it. And unfortunately, there were times where I was suicidal, and I've been in the hospital before. I've had therapy. I've been through a lot, and that made me realize that I need to change my life in order to be happy. I'm the one that has to make that change. Is it easy? No, it's not. Very hard. I still have a lot of hard days. I think especially in the beginning, that was the hardest, especially knowing that I'm completely walking away and not looking back. That was probably the most difficult but most freeing that I've ever felt. I did cry for several months. It was hard. I mean, it's never easy to just walk away from, you know, people that you wanted in your life, but sometimes that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. And sometimes you have to be selfish to make sure that I wouldn't even really say it's selfish, because you're doing what's best for you. And sometimes that is just to walk away. And if you're finding yourself being negative towards yourself, and maybe it is just yourself, maybe it's just that nagging voice you have in your head, but I would also just look around at the people. Are they uplifting? Are they bringing you up? Are they taking responsibility for the things that they do and say? Are they trying to change? Are they trying to, help you change? Like, you've got to look at the whole picture and just realize that if these people aren't good for you, you need to make that change, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And once you make that change, life is so much better. It is hard. I mean, it's still hard for me, but I've noticed it's gotten a lot easier, especially the past 2 months. My last depressive mood swing or whatever I had was in June, and it lasted for a month. And I know a lot of people are like, oh gosh, that's a long time. That's actually really good for me. Normally, my depressive moods can last for several months to a year, depending on what I'm going through, what triggered it, and if I can even overcome it. Sometimes I need professional help to get out of those depressive moods, and they can be really bad to the point where I have become suicidal. And now looking back to see how I put my life at a value of somebody else's opinions, somebody else's lies, and what they felt about me that weren't true. And I questioned my own life because of that, because I wanted something that obviously wasn't ever gonna happen, which was just to have a normal relationship with people that obviously weren't in my best interests. So I had to make that change. Once I noticed that I was more often depressed, more often angry and hurt, and I didn't want to be the victim anymore. I did not want to be sad. I did not want to be angry anymore. And I think that's another thing that's really good is forgiveness. That is your control. No one can make you forgive. Nobody. And there's all different types of forgiveness. For me, I'm in the process of forgiving these people, even though they have not apologized to me or trying to make amends or anything, or even if they wanted to, I'm not letting that happen. But my personal thing is I am trying to forgive, move on, and let go. That doesn't mean I want them back in my life ever, because I know they're never going to be good for me. But for me to be able to personally forgive, that will let me move on with my life and just be happier, because I am tired of holding on to everything that's happened in my life, even as a child. Like, I have been through so much, and I am an angry person. I am always sad and upset, and I don't want that anymore, especially with my children. I want my kids to see mommy as a happy mommy and positive and uplifting, and I'm tired of being tired and sad and letting myself be the victim. So I am putting an end to that by completely walking away, forgiving, and letting go and moving on. Now, I'm still in the process of forgiving. Obviously, it's not easy, especially if you've gone through a lot with certain people and certain situations that are a shit show. It is just bad. And it takes time. It does. But I've noticed that each day it's becoming a lot easier for me, and I'm just becoming a lot more happier. And so that I definitely recommend that for anybody that wants to make a change in your life. Start, looking at what's in your life and then doing that big change. It's going to be hard, but in the long run, it is the best thing you can do for yourself. And a lot of people may not agree with you. I know some people are upset because family is family, but to me, that's not the definition of family. If family's gonna treat me that way, I don't want part of that. I don't think anybody would want a part of that family, supposedly. So the best thing for me to do is be selfish for myself and walk away. That's it. So yeah, if you definitely haven't subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.